Good morning, guys.
Morning.
I'm Jasmine.
I'm Jalen.
So we're back this morning with another morning after reality recap. So it's the morning after Real Housewives of Potomac. We've just seen episode
7, I think.
Yep, 7, season 5, and it's a lot to get into. Okay, so let's start from the top. So we pick up where we left off. So we have to say we didn't give them enough credit last week. We was ready for Giselle to be messy.
Sorry, Giselle.
We was coming at Candace for bringing this to the whole dinner table. But Giselle says, Ashley, we need to talk to you later.
Right.
In private. I was shocked. But I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes. I didn't know if that's how it was going to go, especially because Giselle at first is like making eyes like, go ahead. But I'm thinking maybe she said that because she realized Candace wasn't going to do it there. But either way, it went well.
Either way, they made the better decision. Because we was saying stuff last week about this.
Yes.
And so really quickly, we see a little funny scene. The ladies are back at the house, and there is some kind of bee insect flying around.
Too big for me.
It's like you can relate to that situation, trying to kill a bug but being afraid.
Yes. But how they was all kind of still standing around it, it was too close for me. Giselle still on the couch, no, I would have been in the corner.
Yeah, she wasn't so bothered.
Yes.
But a couple of them was running around.
Yes.
And so it was Ashley and Candace. They went to run to Monique's room, and then here come T'Challa flapping around.
And she said, don't do that.
She said, that really bothers me or something.
But I guess when there's already a bee, you don't want like something extra like.
Why not too? I feel it. I feel it. But T'Challa always coming at the right time when everybody think they comfortable. So Monique has arranged this little fire pit s'more situation outside, but Ashley needs to sit and talk with Giselle and Candace. And so we see Monique, I guess, coming in and out, seeing the ladies, Candace and Giselle, waiting for Ashley's arrival. And she's a little annoyed by their separation from the group, right?
Right. As if they didn't already warn her or give her a heads up at dinner and when they got home.
I didn't even think about the fact that they told her at dinner what they had to do.
Right.
So we'll see later on how that plays out.
Right.
But Ashley finally comes down. And so they tell her the information. I think they relay it nicely. And she responds, she's very calm about it.
They did. I was thinking, I would be questioning, why is Giselle here? Why is she here? And then I was thinking, why, like, if I was Ashley, I guess I'd be thinking, why did you go to her? You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I feel you, but I think because Ashley and Candace have just gotten on some path to being cool. Giselle and Ashley are cooler, I guess. So maybe she didn't want it to come across as,
shady or whatever.
But yeah, she didn't want it to come out wrong. So maybe Giselle being there would
help me. Okay.
I'm thinking.
But she took it very well.
But she took it well. She said she's going to look into the information. In this, though, she does let us know that during her pregnancy, he was going to the strip club.
Yes.
And she didn't like it. She told him it upset her. He said he would stop going.
Right.
Now, whether he would stop going for the pregnancy or for life, we don't know.
I was thinking maybe for good. Or not for life, but, for a while. But I was also thinking about, I don't know if you remember in their last episode, she had a FaceTime call with him. And she mentioned how, he hadn't been drinking for a year or something like that.
Oh, I remember that.
She did mention, and I was like, what is she talking about? But then it was kind of just like, that was it. And it kind of, that was just part of their conversation. She said something like, come on, baby, you've been doing good for a year now, or something about drinking, when he went out with his boys that night. Okay. So I was kind of wondering, like, what that was about. Part of me was like, maybe it was the pregnancy, maybe it was just like, some people do that with their spouse. They'll stop because they know they can't, type of thing. But I don't know. I don't know. But it did slide in there, I will say, in her little FaceTime call.
And in addition, we hear that she's not against going through emails, checking texts, and sniffing drawers.
I was saying sniffing drawers.
So yeah, I've done all that.
Right. But that makes it seem like, yeah, then you guys must have some things going on.
So I guess with him, you gotta.
I don't know if you wanna.
So we see another little funny moment a little later in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, Wendy, Candace and Monique go down to the basement, take some shots, having a little time to themselves. It's just funny seeing Karen give a little litty. Just talking. She didn't say anything bad though, which is good. No. She said she stand by her man. She just want her money back, right?
Right. I'm gonna say, if anything, she just confused me with some of the stuff she said, but she was talking.
And she does try and bring up Monique and Candace's relationship to see where they are, but they're not here for it, which is probably the best choice.
Monique said, I got my CBD, you're not messing me up.
It's a light night. Yeah, it's best that they kept it light. Because, from the confessionals, and the confessional, I'm sure, is after the fact. So they're probably already feeling their ways about each other. But through the confessionals, we hear them talking about, this experience together, and they both just faking a funk.
Right. Yeah.
Candace over here, fake Monique, yada. And Monique on the other side doing the same thing. So ain't no point in even getting into that. So this is the next day in Newburgh, Maryland. So good old Monique brings this issue up about the three ladies, Ashley, Candace, Giselle, going off to the side, having their little conversation.
Yes.
So she is in her feelings about this.
And her feelings about
unnecessarily. Because like Jalen pointed out, they did let her know they needed to talk to Ashley. And it wasn't nothing, they said, we're not talking about you, Ty. It's all good.
And even if they let her know last minute, like, when everyone's going out and they're like, oh, we're just going to hang back.
So
even what does that matter? Why are you so mad?
She was upset about it. She feels like she made this fireplace, she planned it, and everybody needs to be there. And so in this, Ashley just comes out and says, what they were talking about.
Which still she shouldn't even have to do.
She should not have. But Ashley, she was pretty open about it. She wasn't even, tripping.
Yeah.
They found some information out about Michael. They were letting me know.
She's probably thinking they're going to find out eventually.
Yeah.
We're on TV.
She came forth and said it, which was cool.
Easily.
And so even in that, Monique responds on some trying to come at Candace, I guess. That's messy. Why are we talking about marriages?
Right. Just everybody said it was marriages. And it was like, maybe she did, someone said, I don't remember who, but you thought they were talking about you and yours or something?
Like, because she don't want people on her stuff, so that's why she's saying that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if somebody comes to you with information, I would want to know if somebody has information about
Right. And they did it privately. Like, I felt like after she realized, okay, they were doing that something private and it was supposed to be private, she should have calmed down.
Right.
Or let it go, whatever.
They did it privately, so it wasn't messy. So now it's out because you keep talking about it.
Exactly.
And now you want to call it messy.
But I liked how everyone else reacted. They were just like,
Well, this is just the first time because we're going to get to the next part. Yeah, so Ashley tries to calm it down. She's still getting on Candace about her being messy. Candace even handles it well. She doesn't turn up on her. Right. She tries to explain.
And she just said, like I said to Ashley, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
Okay, so the husbands begin to arrive. And so we see the ladies sitting down outside. And we hear Monique bring this issue up again.
Yes. For whatever reason.
Lord. I'm not even sure what made her bring it up, but she kind of was making everything about it. Yeah, that's why I was saying.
Right. I think Karen had brought up having a bonfire at her house. And instead of enjoying the moment and letting everybody, reminisce the bonfire, she had to ruin it. Oof, with her issue. It's not even an issue. It's just her personal issue.
She's making an issue. Crazy thing is, Candace apologizes in this moment.
That's a rare thing, though.
That's what y'all say. She apologized. She's taking a big role. She's trying.
Right.
Monique's still going on.
I was about to say, and she did apologize in the kitchen, too. That wasn't even her first time apologizing. She already apologized. This is her apologizing again, saying, we didn't mean to take from the group. Which she didn't, but...
Monique doesn't accept that apology. She continues to go on with this.
Something I planned for everybody. What did she say? Oh, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something.
It don't even matter what she talking about.
Right.
But I'm not feeling it. All these Monique fans, like I was a Monique fan too. You know, she can still be cool, but the way she carried this is just, I'm like, what in the heck? We moving over to team Ashley all day.
Ashley?
On this side. Like, oh Lord, Candace. But yeah, I'm on Candace's side on this for sure.
And then she did what she was supposed to do and just
so she apologized. Monique goes on, she walks off, just to not engage further in this argument.
And even then, I'm thinking, what is going on in Monique's head? But I guess, who said it? Robin. She's just so controlling, she can't help it. But even as Candace walking away, she's still trying to like scream across the court, you know, like still trying to argue. Like, why isn't it hitting you that this is just dumb? Let her walk away.
Wendy, Robin both tried to talk some sense into Monique. She's not hearing it.
Even Wendy, Miss I don't apologize either, was like, she apologized.
Right.
Like, yes.
It was very frustrating to watch.
Especially because it didn't make no dang sense. It didn't make sense.
And it ends there with Monique still feeling like she felt. She's not seeing any other, what anybody's saying.
She's not even trying.
But Wendy said maybe because it's Candace involved. That's why she's reacting.
Right. And I'm glad she said it to her. Like, clearly this is a Candace personal thing. Because you didn't go after, what other two, Giselle and Ashley, like you're doing with Candace.
Okay, so they spend a little more time at the lake house. Is it a lake house?
That's what they're calling it.
Okay. They play charades with the husbands. It's a cute little game. We see the husbands act out the wives. I don't know if the ladies acted them out, but
no, or they didn't show it.
Yeah. And so eventually everybody's heading off to go home.
I think by that time, just even hearing Monique talk was just so annoying. I think they showed her laughing, and I was just like, "Oh, you just getting on my nerves."
I would want to point out though how Monique was so concerned about how you should act when you the decorum you should have. And when it was time for people to go home, when Candace when it was time for her to go home, Monique acting like she knocked out asleep.
Chris said, "Oh, I guess she fell asleep." Well, y'all was just talking.
And it's cool how they don't want to get in the way of the guy's relationship.
Yeah.
So
and they don't want to be in the middle of it either. They just like,
But so everybody goes home.
And even then, Candace is still respectfully said thank you to her sleeping. But she could have been pettier and just walked right out.
She could have. But she's, trying a little more than Monique. So everybody goes home.
Yes.
So I think it says 24 hours later. And we see Ashley in the car calling Michael. He's sounding jerkish on the call. Like he don't have time to talk when he's eating his lunch. Reviewing a document. I don't like how he was acting. And she seemingly seemed so patient, with him.
Right. But she did admit before that they did
get into it.
Just talk about the issue.
Yeah, so she brought up the rumors. He kind of says he was at the club. A lady was on him. Ashley says he didn't disclose all the information, but he does say he regrets what happened, I guess.
Right.
And so they got into it. She says they got heated. So I'm not sure how it got heated, and then from here she calling right now, all
Right. Yeah.
chummy.
I was
maybe
thinking
we're missing something there.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, he shouldn't be the one with the attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that crazy how that be?
Mm-hmm.
What is it, 24 hours later or?
An hour.
Okay.
After that. Mm-hmm.
So we see that conversation in the car. And then we have another, flash across the screen an hour later.
Yes.
And so now news is coming out about Michael Darby in the blogs and
what happened that night.
Yes. So we're seeing pictures of him at the hotel in his drawers, him at the casino next to a lady, and all the headlines flashing.
Right.
And so we don't see Ashley, seeing this, her reaction to it. So we'll have to wait on that.
But we see everybody else's reaction.
Yeah, we see everybody getting the calls and DMs about it. And I guess everybody's like, dang, Michael, what's going on?
Right.
Not again.
Right. But they've all been down this road. So I'm interested to see how it's going to play out because I feel like everyone's probably just going to see it as like, just stay out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they've been there and tried to say something, and
it's always been the same thing.
Yeah. So I can kind of get that too, if you know.
But we'll see. Yeah. They may say more than we think.
Yes. I will say we see the preview for the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Looks litty.
Mm-hmm.
A couple things to note. We do hear Ashley say something about how they have, seen other people, been with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So if we do see that their relationship is on a Will and Jada tip, that would solve a lot of, issues that we're all having, and we'll just let them do what they do.
Right. But then I was thinking, when she said that, maybe she was talking about past anyway. Like,
yeah, it did seem like a past.
Right.
Yeah. When I seen the clip, it did seem like, in the past.
But maybe he's having an issue breaking it.
Maybe
that's what he got used to.
Last week I was saying how, she has put up with, a lot of things he's done before. Maybe she's cool with it type. Remember I was questioning?
Oh, right.
So we'll have to see about that part. We also see that the fight between Monique and Candace happens.
And all I kept thinking was, go Candace, go Candace.
I know, it's a shame. Monique fans, what do y'all have to say?
I don't want to comment, so I'm kidding.
I want to hear it. Maybe it makes sense for me. Because as the show has played out, I don't see how, Candace is in the wrong and Monique is so right in this thing.
Right.
I can't see it.
Me either. Now I'm officially just annoyed with her.
I can't see it.
I can't deal with her.
So we're gonna see all that next time.
And then random. I don't know if you saw, but on Instagram, Ashley announced that she's on baby number 2.
I seen something about that.
And it was like the day before the episode aired, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
But I'm like, I wonder why she chose to do it then.
That day.
Knowing what episode was coming out. But, maybe to say that it got fixed eventually or something. Maybe. I don't know.
They say, I'm about to see all this, but we still good.
Right. It's just interesting how things play out.
I'm surprised he wanted another baby, too. She had to struggle to get that one.
I think everyone's surprised about the first one, too, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, because he was saying he wanted another.
Oh, right.
He done. And now he got another one. Is the baby one yet? Probably. That wraps up this recap, y'all. So we see y'all next week, same time on Monday morning.
Yes.
And look out for another show.
Yes.
Coming soon.
But hopefully by next week we can add something to this roster.
Together. But that's it.
All right.
Bye.